So for some reason, we have many people on the left that can't fathom the idea that Trump has a lot of people that support him, right? Not just a lot of people, but millions of people that support him, all right? And for some reason, the left, it doesn't compute, it doesn't register in their mind that a lot of people support Donald Trump, okay? And when they see you that you're a Trump supporter, whether you got a MAGA hat on or some T-shirt or whatever that supports Trump, it's almost like, yo, why do you support him? He's a racist, he's a fascist, he's a sexist. Well, one, we support him because he's none of those things that you just mentioned, and two, we like his policies, we like his ideas, right? This is why we vote for him, right? But for some reason, they can't get that through their head. Not only that, but the people on the left they like to make it seem like they're the party of empathy, like they're the party of peace, right? That they're good people, right? They don't commit any acts of violence or anything like that. However, we see time and time again when they don't get what they want, they really exert a lot of aggression towards you, right? Especially if you're someone that supports Donald Trump. They show this outward aggression. They really come after you. And you see that, and you learn very quickly that they are not the party of peace, right? They're very aggressive people, and when they don't get what they want, they can sometimes get very violent. And in this video, I'm going to show you, it's in New York City, okay? And you got a bunch of people on the subway, and one person is wearing a MAGA hat. And then this woman is asking, why do you support him? Like racist, fascist, all the words that they like to throw out there. And we all know that's programmed, right? CNN, MSNBC. But she's going to keep attacking him, and she's going to try to take off his hat, and she's going to regret it very quickly.
That's why he won. People like you. That's why he won. That is why he won, because of people like you who need to stop it. Let him live.
Bro, just like, bro, chill, bro.
You're okay with that? He's a racist.
I'm okay. How can I be racist?
He's a racist.
Okay with it.
If you fucking voted for Trump, you're a racist. He's a racist.
How can I be racist?
No, he's not. Leave him alone.
Doesn't watch the news.
You realize he wasn't a
I'm
Democrat.
highly educated.
Oh, are you? Then why are you wearing that hat?
Everything was going up for I don't know how long. The Democrats been running New York since who knows how long. But then Trump comes in and just takes over.
Alright, well, this is my stuff. I hope you enjoy the hat.
Oh, she's trying to attack her.
Look at the guy he chose her. Stupid. See? Let's just watch that one more time. Look at this. Look at this. Let's go one more time. Look at this. Look at this. See? She needs to get on the RFK plan, right? Make America healthy again, right? That's what she needs, right? She won't be falling her ass. She won't be falling face floor on that dirty New York subway, getting hepatitis, all types of diseases on that floor. And if she was in better shape, she wouldn't have to worry about that. But see, this is what we're talking about. The man is not doing anything to her, okay? He's just wearing his hat. Yet she feels the need to go up to him and try to take off his hat, touch him. Like, yo, mind your business. Like, leave him alone. Why do you feel the need to go touch him, right? You don't need to do that. But they can't help themselves because they got that TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, and they can't help themselves but just show this outwardly aggression towards those that don't agree with them. Okay, and there she is calling him a racist, calling him this and that. If you support Trump, you're a racist and all that. All these words that they always try to throw at you if you're someone that supports Trump. If you don't believe in what they believe in, right? But they're supposed to be the party of peace and empathy, and clearly you see that right there. Look at her, like attacking him, trying to take his hat. That doesn't belong to you. Okay, so don't touch him, right? And it's so crazy because even for myself, like I remember when I went up to this, was it back in 2022, and it was up in Yukon, and I think Joe Biden was supposed to visit. And I remember I went up there with my friend, and we went up to the campus, and then there was a bunch of we looked for a bunch of Trump supporters, and I remember once things started kicking off, the people, oh my gosh, like once you were with a bunch of Trump supporters, they had the flags, the hats, you see people driving by, honking their horn, cursing at us, saying all types of nastiness to us. I mean, you get in this, and that was my first time. This is like my first rally. Like I've never been this is my first time ever been to like some pretty big rally. And the the things that were being said, I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, yo, I used to be a part of this. I used to be a part of this party. I used to be these people, right? Not, the custom, but I used to believe in what they believed in. And I've never seen that type of aggression, the language. I was just like, and it got so funny that, no one said anything personally to me. But I had my friend there, who's a person of color, and they would say certain things, and he would say, "You're a racist," and that's the funny thing. Like, no one, liberals don't like to be called racist, especially if it's a black person or a person of color. They do not like to be called, racist, and that's what you should do. Like, to troll them, like, you're a racist, call them a racist, because they don't like that. They do not like that. Like, I'm not a racist. They do not like that, and we would just do it just to make them feel uncomfortable. But the type of thing, the language that's being used, people driving by cursing at us, it was just like, my mind was, I was just like, wow, this is how people really act, right? And I was just like, everything that you've learned when it comes to the Democrats, the party, it's just all nonsense. It's all lies, right? And for them, it's just programmed. The fact that they call Trump all these type of names, and anyone that supports Trump these type of names, it's just programming, right? CNN, MSNBC, it's just programmed. That these networks tell them that Trump is all these things, so therefore he is, and they just regurgitate the same thing because they have no thought process. They don't think for themselves. Okay, so they just basically, oh, this is what CNN, MSNBC told me. This must be true, so I'm gonna just say the same thing. All right, and to see this girl fall flat on her face, she gets what she deserves, because you shouldn't be touching people. Right? Keep your hands to yourself. You're an adult. You're not a child. Even though you like to act like one, but keep your hands to yourself. That we all know that as growing as kids, keep your hand to yourself. But sometimes they can't help it because they have TDS, right? So yeah, so those are my thoughts. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. So take care. Have a good one. Later.